Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I just wanted to remind everybody that they need to make sure that they vote, that the final day to vote for MULN shareholders prior to the meeting is tomorrow, so make sure that you vote. I'm going to show you some information regarding it and discuss the shareholder meeting and what we're voting on with you. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay guys, on July 21st, we saw an update that said MULN Automotive reminds shareholders of upcoming annual meeting. The formal portion of the meeting will begin at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on July 26th, followed by the company presentation and company webcast, shareholder presentation, and company update at 10 a.m. So guys, this is going to be on Tuesday morning. Now, in order to attend the meeting, you do need to register in advance. Now, if you live in New York City or the area and you would like to physically attend the meeting, you need to let them know in advance. It is going to be held at the NASDAQ building on 151 West 42nd Street on the 10th floor, West Cafe Market Site event space in New York, New York. And guys, this meeting will also be online during the webcast. There's a web link to be posted prior to the meeting via the MULN website and future press releases. In general, guys, normally you need a code to enter the meeting on the website. And I am going to show you in just a minute where you can find that code in case anybody's interested in attending. And I know that, guys, a lot of our tickers are having shareholder meetings this week, and some of them may be overlapping. So you're going to have to make a decision. However, a lot of times they do replay them on their investor relations website. They usually have a link after the fact. So if you miss it, don't stress. Like I said, the NASDAQ does have requirements for physical attendance. So if you're planning on going there, you need to register to attend the meeting. They do not allow entry without prior accepted registration. And guys, you would have already had to have done that in advance. The latest you could apply was on July 21st at 3 p.m. to attend in person. But if you can't attend in person now and you wanted to, I'm sorry you missed that. However, you can still attend online. So let me tell you how you're going to do that. That morning, you are going to go to the investor relations portion of the MULN website, and there will be a link, and it may not come up like it says until, what, 30 minutes prior to the event. So be patient if you're waiting for that link and it's not there yet. But I'm going to show you right now what you need to look for because they usually ask you for a control or a code number, and I'm going to show you where to find that. Okay guys, when you go to the website to vote, and I'm going to use Fidelity for my example because that's where I hold the majority of my MULN shares. So when I went to go vote, as you can see, the last time to vote on the website is tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, that means you need to do it before 8:59 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, I mean 8:59 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, and then 11:59 p.m. if you're on the East Coast, and then you can figure out other time zones accordingly if you are not in either of those two places. However, tomorrow is the final day to vote, guys, so make sure if you haven't voted that you do, because it's very important that as shareholders we all exercise our right to vote. Now, up at the top you can see that there's a control number that I have circled in red, and unfortunately I've been told my cursor does not allow me to point, so I apologize that I cannot direct you there, but I have a big red circle at the top of my page, not the one in the middle that says voted. Look at the one at the top. Now it has a control number which I've blacked out so that nobody uses mine, because I want to be able to attend if I'm not doing something else or attending a different stock. I think I have to make a decision that day, which I'm still trying to figure out. So anywho, the control number is usually what you need, and there's a whole bunch of numbers here, guys, that follow that I've blacked out, that you need to enter on the website. So make sure when you vote even if you've already voted, you can go back and you can see where you voted, because it does show you your vote and how you voted. And when you do that, find that control number and take a screenshot of it so that when you're ready, you can go ahead and attend that meeting. Now, guys, if it's Fidelity, I know that they have this attend a meeting. If you look down under the red, just look slightly down towards the middle of the screen above the MULN Automotive and Meeting Agenda. Right here at the top, there's an attend a meeting section. You can usually click on that and it'll bring up a screen that will tell you what you need to do to go to the meeting. Okay, so as far as that goes, if you have Fidelity, they make it very, very easy for you. Guys, if you have Robinhood, Webull, you may not even get your proxy information, believe it or not, because it can be a challenge. So if you do not have it and you do not know how to access it, then you need to call them directly, and you need to contact them prior to this time. So if they're 24 hours, I suggest you contact them today. If not, first thing Monday morning, make sure you get your control number and make sure you get your ability to vote online. Find out how to vote through them, because I know for a fact they do not make it simple for investors. So moving on, I want to show you what it is that you're voting. Okay, guys, I did black out the areas that show the vote and the number of shares that I was voting in this area. I do have multiple accounts, but in this one particular one, in fact, I think I have at least 3, possibly 4 different accounts on Fidelity alone that I have MULN in. So I do believe in the company. Don't let anyone tell you any different, or I wouldn't have it in all of those accounts. However, number 1, we need to vote on the board of directors, and it's the only one I didn't black out, guys, because I don't see any reason why anyone would not vote for a member, but okay. So that's the first part, easy. Second part, approve amendment of the company's second amendment and restated certificate of incorporation to increase the authorized number of shares of common stock to 1,750,000. I mean, 1,750,000,000. Guys, sorry, I knew I said that wrong. So to increase it to 1,750,000,000 and the authorized number of shares of preferred stock to 500 million. The board recommended 4. I'm not even going to tell you how I voted, but look at that number. Talk about massive dilution. But guys, you make your own decision and do your DD on that. Number 3, approve the company's 2022 equity incentive plans. Guys, there's a proxy if you have a question what those are, if you think that they're getting too much. Remember, this is a growth company that has not yet proven themselves. So I would take a look at that and make your mind up for yourself. Number 4, approve for purposes of complying with NASDAQ listing rule 5635C, the issuance of shares of common stock to the company's CEO, in other words, David Mishry, pursuant to a performance stock award agreement. And of course, he wants you to vote to give him more shares, so he has that as a 4. But you have a right to make up your own mind whether it's for, against, or whether you don't even want to vote. But remember, no vote means it doesn't count, so please look into that and decide whether you think he needs more shares. Number 5, approve the purpose of complying with NASDAQ listing rule 5635D, the potential issuance of Series D preferred stock and warrants and shares of common stock upon conversion of the Series D preferred stock and warrants, and any future adjustments of conversion price of the Series D preferred stock and exercise price of the warrants. Guys, again, you need to do your DD on that. Number 6, ratification of Daskar Bolton LLP as the independent registered public accountant firm of the company for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2022. And that's easy. That's just regarding the accountant, because every company has to have one, and each year they need to vote on that. So guys, that is all that we have as far as this video goes. Again, you can look at the proxy material and read up on what it is you're voting for if you do not already know and have a good understanding, which unless you've looked at the proxy, then you probably do not. And all of what you know must be coming from hearsay and what other people are telling you. So I highly recommend you look at that proxy prior to casting your vote. Again, I don't want to persuade a vote one way or another, so I am going to leave it at that. But guys, my main point of this video is please be sure that you cast your vote before 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have a fabulous weekend.